Hey everyone, so I'm standing out here on a beautiful day. The crocuses are up. This is my next clean out in Tilbury. Now you can see I got the pickup truck here loaded up with metal going to the recycle bin. We try to keep as much stuff out of the dumpster as humanly possible. I don't charge for the trips to the recycler. I get $5, $6, $7, $10, $12, no big deal. I don't charge for that time. But as you can see, we're in the middle of a clean out. And there's all kinds. I'm gonna need another dumpster. I'm already half full with this one, and I still have far more of this house to go. But we get into the minutia of all of it, trying to figure out what's what, who's who, all of that. Trevor's here doing my helper stuff. And then when we go through a house, any more in a house, there's very little that's worth anything. So we try to find different ways to be able to get rid of some stuff. Like this etched mirror is kind of nice. That might go to somebody. I know that there's a 6th grader or a 5th grader that would like that. But there's a little bit of stuff that we end up selling to try to get back some of the cost. We never know what we're going to find. So here's just a little bit of stuff to go over to OSA Auction, go through the auction house. And it's all a work in process. You find little morsels, like the Detroit Tigers official scorebook, a magnet. This is a super strong magnet. My ears are ringing pretty bad today, so if I'm talking a little bit loud, sorry about that. And we've got this piano that we have to, come on by, Trevor, it's okay. Do your work, it's okay. We got this piano that we're gonna have to get out the door. But the piano bench will probably go to the auction house because the piano bench is pretty nice. We do have some, I haven't gone through them yet. We do have some quilts and stuff. Quilts can be kind of interesting because they're Canadiana. And then in this room, we still have a little bit more to have to do, but we're pretty much done. There's some sewing supplies that'll go to the auction house. There is a shelf that's already sold. And then there's this beautiful desk. And this beautiful desk retail, that desk is probably $225, but wholesale is probably about $75. Something like that. We'll figure all that stuff out as we go. All of the family heirlooms that we're finding go into the front closet, as is always. That way the family knows where everything's at. I just can't get rid of the person's, degree. They might want that. So, and then we basically came in the front door and we've worked through here. Paintings are easy to take down. I got to do a little bit of research with them. Did a lot of work out of the garage. You can see that just the more valuable stuff is left in the garage. There's still a little pile of stuff to go into the dumpster, but just the valuable stuff, the freezer stays, and the chemicals, of course, go to the chemical recycling place. All that'll be taken care of. The house will be completely vacant by the time we're done. And this house was done many years ago. There is all kinds of old chemicals. The smell in here is a little bit ugh, but it is what it is. I can always open up the back door, make sure it's locked. Nothing here, just stuff. Metal recycling kind of thing. Old stuff. Trevor's down the basement. We'll go there in a minute. Step back in time in this wonderful kitchen. 1960s all over it. Beautiful Brighton area though. I mean, a really big house. It'll be fully renovated as well too, so they're probably gonna be putting some more dumpsters here. But we got this great big table, some dishes. They aren't really worth anything to go to charity. Little teapot is worth something. This teapot's worth something. That kind of stuff. That's the stuff that we pay attention to when we go through. Carved wood things, unfortunately. Now these are kind of fun. They sell for $2 a piece. Retail. And there is a little bit of stuff that we'll have to pay a little bit of attention to and turn over and see what we've got here and stuff. But a globe, of course, everybody always likes globes. Furniture, unfortunately, the furniture is so thin any longer that it's going to end up being broke down and sent out to the dumpster as well too. Just stuff, all this stuff that we get to go through and figure out what it is. Trevor just walked by with another load going into the can. And then let's go take a quick tour upstairs on this video. So we do have our work cut out for us on this trip because we're going to get good exercise. This is really good for my blood sugar. The fun thing up here is we got lawn croquet. A lot of empty boxes, a lot of stuff that just goes to the dumpster. You can see I'm going to end up needing another dumpster. A little bit more chemical stuff here in the bathroom, which goes over into the master bedroom. Some vintage clothes I'm going to have to go through just to double check them, see if they're frayed, stained, how good of condition they are. Because vintage clothes can be worth a little something. I take them over to Holland Consignment. Some empty, some other boxes there. We'll go through all this stuff. All this stuff gets touched just to make sure there's no Rolex watches or anything in there. We'll go through all this stuff. There's our Barbie box, but no Barbie in it. So we'll figure it all out as we go through. Just a nice period house from about the 1960s. Hasn't been touched in a long time. Again, another closet here. We do have a Tyco racetrack, which is worth some money. We do have a Cabbage Patch doll and that Wrinkles guy. And that lamp. That's pretty cool too. For a couple bucks. The Bissell, not really. Unfortunately, the furniture and all the old books, they're just in so disrepair. They're so dry that they just kind of crumble in your hand. The Magic School Bus briefcase. Put the Magic School Bus books in it. That's kind of cool. And kids' books are coming back because people frame them and put them in the kids' room. But unfortunately, the furniture, all in pretty sad shape. All the drawers are full. We're going to go through all that stuff. So we're going to be here for a little while. That's a lot of labor, a lot of hours. We did find a couple of records as well, too, that are kind of good. Records we typically sell for $2-3 a piece to the wholesaler, and then the wholesaler goes and takes care of them. Again, that dresser, we're going to send that to the auction. This dresser, not necessarily so much. We'll get into the drawers, figure out what's all in there, and then we'll go into this closet, figure out what's all in here as well too. So this is the kind of stuff that we do for a living. This house was actually sold by a different realtor, a great realtor, somebody I really like and I respect the heck out of because she just goes out and kills it every day. Somebody that you would know, Cassandra Duquette, who works over at Deerbrook. Of course, she basically owns Deerbrook. If it wasn't for her, Deerbrook wouldn't be the size that it is. Cassandra just is probably out there selling 7 houses right now. In this video I've shot, she's probably sold 7 houses. And then let's go quickly down the basement. So you can see that we do get, you can tell why I'm a little bit winded, we do get our ups and downs. There's Trevor again. He's just playing dump truck right now, moving stuff out of the basement. And luckily it's not a whole bunch of steps down the basement, down into the gallows here. But as we get down here, there's more chemicals for the chemical recycling place. There's lots of metal for the metal recycler. We get into the minutia of stuff here, and like the fire grade, that could go to recycle, but a lot of people like to buy them in the auction, so they'll go to the auction. Chalkboard there from back in the day. You can see the kids sitting here learning school, playing school, kind of fun. Nothing else serious going on here. A lot of this stuff is just all haul out. No real serious glass jars, just stuff. And we go through, we touch everything. That's what Trevor's doing. He's touching everything, putting his fingerprints on everything. And we'll get it all cleaned out for the next owner. That way they take vacant possession of a decent house. There are some, some Crown jars, so we're trying to save those because Crown jars, of course this crock is worth a couple bucks. So we're trying to save that. Of course the ladder will go to the auction house too. It'll sell for a couple bucks. But that's kind of what we do. Thanks for taking the tour with us, and Trevor and I out. Have a great day. Bye-bye.